Hey everyone, welcome to another Curt on Cougs pregame warm-up. So this week, BYU is playing against Kansas State. What's on the line here? First game of conference play, a chance for BYU to extend its undefeated record to 4-0. Of course, a great start to conference play. Another step towards eventual bowl eligibility, which of course is huge. As well as just a chance at, in my opinion, what would be the most iconic win since the win over Utah in 2021. All right, let's dive into it. So, first of all, quick little review of what's been going on around the country today. There's been some big games out there. So far, my picks have not been doing too hot. I had USC beating Michigan. Michigan surprised me, beat USC. Going forward, I guess what I would say this means is it shows to me that Michigan, they're still out there. They are still very much a contender for the college football playoffs. I thought that loss against Texas was just exposing them, but turns out I'm probably wrong about that. And yeah, that's a team to watch out for. Impressive win. I still buy into the USC hype, but now it's going to be a little bit harder for them going forward. And so, yeah, there's that one, as well as Utah won a close 3-point game against Oklahoma State. By close, I mean the final score was close. It was a furious comeback attempt at the end of the game that ultimately gave the Cowboys a shot, but Utah was able to run out the rest of the clock and win that game. So a very high quality win for the Utes. Puts them on a good path to potentially make it to Arlington, Texas for the Big 12 title game. So a lot of excitement there for them. And then, yeah, just around the country, a lot of good games going on. Going to the Cougs now with some other sports. Like I talked about a couple days ago. Wait, no, that was... Wait, yeah, it was a couple days ago. Sorry about that. BYU women's soccer was not doing well. In their latest game against TCU, they would end up losing that 1-1 to 4. However, they have a chance to push their conference record, which is currently at 1-1, with a win over Arizona State and a loss to TCU. They have a chance to push that up above 500 as they play at home against Utah this next week. So let's go, rivalry game, beat the Utes. Yeah, I think it'll be good. And honestly, right now, I'm just going to say I think the Cougars got it. I think they're going to come home. They're going to figure some things out. And this team has a lot of talent, and I think they beat the Utes. And so, yeah. Also, in the meantime, BYU women's volleyball yesterday swept Weber State. So that's 2 straight victories, which is very nice, especially coming off some of the tough losses they've had in these previous weeks. So things are looking better for them. And last I saw, their game against UVU just started. So that one should be pretty exciting. Crosstown game. It's kind of funny this week, playing 3 in-state opponents. So, yeah, lots of hype for them. And so, yeah, now, of course, moving to the main event of the night, BYU football taking on Kansas State. Like I said before, I believe this would be the most iconic win since the win over Utah in 2021. My reason for saying that is, I don't know, just all the hype coming into this game. This game is to honor the 1996 team, of course, with the throwback unis. You got the white cougar tails. Seen a lot about that on social media. And 2 teams come in undefeated. BYU's first chance at a, truly, I don't know, amazing Big 12 win. Because, of course, their last 2 Big 12 wins last season against Texas Tech and Cincinnati. Both good games, but the best of those teams was Texas Tech, who only went 6-6. But this is a team that has legitimate hype around them. A team that, very easily could end up in the college football playoffs come December. So, huge chance for BYU. Yeah, and here are what I would say are the deciding factors in this game. First and foremost, I've said it, I don't know, for the last couple games, but especially for this one, I think you got to win the turnover battle. Because for one thing, this is an explosive Kansas State offense. Through the air, they haven't had a whole lot, but a lot of that's because of the talent they got on the ground. Of course, you got Avery Johnson. He's a good runner. And then I believe they got Giddens and Edwards also in that backfield. And so this is a team that can run the ball quite a bit, and forcing some turnovers would be good to slow them down, as well as we've seen that be a weakness for BYU, and especially against this Kansas State team. This is a team that capitalizes when you turn the ball over, so I think they definitely need to play well in that regard. Second deciding factor in this game, I believe, will be how well they can do at containing Avery Johnson. Once again, great player, amazing athlete, and he has a lot of potential to hurt the Cougs, both with his arm and with his legs. So I think it's going to be important they contain him. Now, of course, he's going to run for some yards. He's going to make some big plays. But overall, being able to limit and contain him, I think will be essential for the Cougars in winning this game. And then number three, my last deciding factor for this game, I'm going to go with, I think that the BYU offense just needs to stay consistent. Offensive consistency, I think, is very important here. I think I heard a stat earlier that BYU is one of the top teams in the nation. I believe at least top 20 in the country in explosive plays. So this team, they know how to make the big plays. But the one thing you got to have is consistency as well, because if you just make one big play and then the drive sputters out, at best you're getting a field goal. And of course, you're going to need touchdowns in order to win a game against a team this good. And of course, those big plays, they're going to definitely be a big factor, but the Cougs need to be consistent as well, consistently picking up yards, getting first downs, moving down the field, not having to rely on those big plays, however helpful they may be. So I think that offensive consistency will be really important in this one. And so then, moving into my prediction for the game. As you can tell, I'm wearing a BYU shirt, so I got a lot of hope for this one. This is a game I feel like BYU can definitely pull out in the upset. The motivation's there. The team's back at home after a 2-game stint on the road. So, yeah, I think that the motivation's there. The team has the talent. They can definitely win this game. But unfortunately, I'm going to go with Kansas. I think this is some kind of Kansas State sign. I don't know. The EMA sign or something. So I'm going to pick Kansas State. Final score, I'm going to say something like 27-24. I think that BYU has all the tools to keep this game close, to potentially win, but this Kansas State team, really disciplined, really strong against the run on defense. It's going to be hard for BYU to really have a truly balanced offense in this game. And also just overall, this Wildcat team, I feel like, still hasn't had their best game of the season so far. They still haven't completely shown the team they are. So I think that the Wildcats take this one, but I'd love to be proven wrong. And then, meantime, my bold prediction for this game is that despite BYU's struggles recently in the run game, I'm predicting that 3 different Cougars will have a rushing touchdown in this one. And so, yeah, that's my bold prediction. And that's my prediction for the game. So, yeah, I'm hoping to be proven wrong. Overall, it's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be a good one. Let's go Cougs. Beat the Wildcats.